If you took Donkey Kong Country and Crash Bandicoot and combined them into one game, this would be it. Nikoderiko is a charming side-scroller and 3D platformer that really brings that nostalgic feeling home. With its gorgeous and enticing visuals full of vibrancy and color to its mechanics, the in-game collectibles, co-op gameplay, and its incredible soundtrack, Nikoderiko immediately caught my attention and kept me going back for more. When I first started the game, my mind jumped to Donkey Kong Country right away. Not just because of the gameplay, but primarily because of the soundtrack. I had a feeling that this game had a similar sound to the Donkey Kong Country soundtracks, and I was right. When I actually looked up the composer for Nikoderiko, I discovered it was none other than David Wise himself, which brought me lots of joy. Because I really love the work that David Wise does on Donkey Kong Country, Snake Pass, and Yooka-Laylee. Nikoderiko has tons of similarities to the iconic game series, and it even goes as far as having a similar sound effect when collecting the golden bats. It sounds like it does whenever you collect bananas in Donkey Kong Country. And when swimming underwater, the movements are practically identical to that of Tropical Freeze with the twists and flips that the characters are performing. You even collect letters in each level that spell Nico, and you try to hit the end goal object as many times as you can. These similarities aren't a bad thing at all in my opinion, because I love the Donkey Kong Country series and these additions make me feel right at home while playing it. I even love how there's hidden bonus levels to collect a special item. One new element that helps Nikoderiko stand out is the addition of 3 animal buddies that you can spawn anytime you want. The first one is like a warthog that can ram into enemies and objects. The second is like a crocodile, which I love watching its tiny legs flap in the air when it jumps. The best thing about this one is how it can chomp its enemies and make the best chomping sound you've ever heard. The third animal is like a frog and it can jump high and spit blue fireballs out of its mouth. In addition to the animals, I also enjoyed a few mechanics the main character is able to perform, such as being able to glide kind of like Dixie Kong in Donkey Kong Country 2, and he can also slide to attack enemies. The part that makes this game like Crash Bandicoot is that there's parts to the levels where it converts from a side-scrolling experience to that of more of a 3D experience, as you can actually move forwards and backwards to go in all directions instead of just left and right. I really enjoyed seeing this element added in, and it fit really nicely with the game. Another cool addition I want to point out is that you can redeem the in-game items that you collected and exchange them for a rewards chest at the workshop. These chests will give you collectibles ranging from character models that you can view in the treasury, environments, art concepts, and melodies to listen to. All in all, Nikoderiko is a nostalgic-driven platformer that does an incredible job reviving iconic elements from the Donkey Kong and Crash Bandicoot series, while also bringing in some of its own new elements. It's a chill game that you can just sit back and relax and enjoy the visuals, the gameplay, and of course the phenomenal soundtrack by none other than David Wise himself. Nikoderiko is now available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S, and it'll be followed by a Windows release at a later date. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo Switch content, and I'll see you next time. Bye.